Lady Girl. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.
This 9 student. Many may not know the time. Wait at the start.
Yes, sir. It's okay. We can start.
Yesterday we started our new topic, antipsychotic drugs. Antipsychotic. What is the name of antipsychotic? Other names?
Major tranquilizer.
Major tranquilizer.
Major tranquilizer.
Another name, neuroleptic. Another name,
Anti-schizophrenic.
Antipsychotic.
schizophrenic.
Antipsychotic. Antipsychotic.
Antipsychotic.
All right.
Okay. So, schizophrenia psychosis, yesterday I explained, is divided to two phases according to the patient condition: acute and chronic. In acute, what type of symptom? Positive symptoms. Eh? In chronic, what type of symptoms? Negative symptoms. Acute stage, the symptoms: delirium, delusion, sorry, not delirium, delusions, abnormal behavior, hallucination. Clear? Hallucination. Without these are something extra added in personality of the person. Extra thing. That's why it's a positive. Negative mean. Negative mean is socially withdraw, having no interest. These are the negative aspect of life. Yeah, having no interest, no happiness, no sadness, like this. Yeah, anhedonia, apathy, anhedonia, apathy, socially withdraw. Socially withdraw. The duration of the disease below 6 months, after 6 months. The disease start after 6 months, patient going to chronic phase. For chronic phase, we're using atypical antipsychotic. For acute stage, we're using typical antipsychotic. Typical antipsychotic, they have concern with dopamine, and atypical antipsychotic, the main action are related to serotonin. Clear? How these drugs are working, first we focus on typical antipsychotics. Typical anti typical antipsychotic. Typical antipsychotic, the main action on dopamine, these are anti-dopamine drugs. Anti-dopamine drugs, okay? Antipsychotics, these are not just go for dopamine receptor. They have all the very worst action in the brain. A lot of action inside our body and inside the brain. Also block alpha 1, also act on muscarinic, also act on histamine receptor. Okay, so also block alpha receptor. The blocking alpha receptor, blocking muscarinic receptor, blocking histamine receptor. They have interference with dopamine already. They block dopamine receptor. 4 receptor block. Clear? 4 receptor block. And antipsychotics, if we generally talking about antipsychotic, if we cut this word from here, antipsychotics have relation with 5-HT and dopamine, the increasing serotonin and decreasing action of dopamine. And how many receptors used by antipsychotics? Alpha receptor, muscarinic receptor, also going for histamine receptor, going for dopamine receptor, going for serotonin receptor, 5-HT receptor. Okay, so 5 receptor occupied by antipsychotics. 5 receptor. Clear? So if you just talk about the typical antipsychotics, they have concern with these receptors. Atypical selectively go for serotonin. They're not producing a lot of side effect. Okay, they're not producing a lot of side effect like typical antipsychotics. So what are the benefit and what are the drawbacks of these drugs? They depend upon the receptor occupying there. Yeah, if you block alpha receptor have any benefit? No benefit. Your blood pressure going down, hypotension. So if you block muscarinic receptor, side effect like atropine, side effects like mouth, dry eye, okay, tachycardia, constipation, urinary retention, side effect like atropine. Histamine receptor, block histamine. Antihistamine, if you block histamine, or here it can give benefit. If you block histamine, also sedation, patient sleep. Sedative effect also there. Block histamine can be used for pruritus, for itching. Pruritus mean itching. Okay, pruritus or itching. It's a one benefit here. So we can use for itching. Dopamine receptor is very important here. Let's try discuss this one by one. Dopamine receptor, because dopamine used in our brain, not just one place, many area using dopamine. Okay, now move on this. Serotonin, increasing serotonin is also benefit here, using act like antipsychotic. They treat that psychosis benefit, blocking 5-H2 receptor. 2 receptor increase this negative receptor. When block 5-H2 receptor, increasing serotonin. Increase serotonin, not decrease serotonin. Okay, increasing serotonin can cause serotonin syndrome. But the main thing here, benefit. Okay, the benefit that treats psychosis. Which psychosis? That these drugs treat chronic psychosis. These drugs treat chronic psychosis. Now, so important thing here, these side effects you easily understand. They go for alpha receptor causing hypotension, causing atropine-like side effects, the causing sedation. These are the side effects, yeah? When they go for histamine receptor, they also give little benefit. Can be used for itching. For pruritus, yeah? Okay, now focus on dopamine. It's important to understand the dopamine, where we use them dopamine in our brain. Dopamine is coming from the midbrain substantia nigra. Substantia nigra, the midbrain. This dopamine in the midbrain. Dopamine we use inside the brain stem, produced from the midbrain, the main source in the midbrain. So this dopamine going to basal ganglia. One use. Okay. Dopamine we use in mesolimbic tract. This one, mesostriatal pathway. This pathway known as mesomean mesencephalon striatal. Mesostriatal pathway. Okay. Mesostriatal path. So this pathway of dopamine help for what? Basal ganglia. Basal ganglia, motor movement, motor control. This the function of basal ganglia. Okay. The second use of dopamine inside our brain, mesolimbic pathway. Mesolimbic path. Mesolimbic. Mesolimbic forward limbic system. Emotions, behavior. Okay, emotion, behavior. So this limbic system already explained in temporal lobe, hippocampus, mesolimbic system, and also in hypothalamus. Yeah. So dopamine we also use here in temporal lobe, hippocampus, limbic system. Understand? Second use. Third use of dopamine. Now come to diencephalon level. Above the midbrain, we having here thalamus. Yeah. Above the midbrain, we having here thalamus, and below and inferior to thalamus, front inferior is a hypothalamus. So this dopamine also going to hypothalamus. Okay, also part of limbic system. This dopamine hypothalamus now controlling here the gland here. If you remember, here's pituitary gland. Okay, this dopamine from hypothalamus is moving down to control which hormone? Prolactin. Lactotroph cells here, yeah. So dopamine in hypothalamus from hypothalamus is moving downside tubuloinfundibular pathway. Tubuloinfundibulum. Infundibulum is a stalk of the pituitary. Okay. So this is third place where we're using in hypothalamus. This is third place we're using dopamine. Inside hypothalamus, we also using dopamine to control, if you remember, thermoregulation is a function of hypothalamus. Thermoregulation. So the thermoregulation center, also using dopamine here. Understand? So we're using dopamine in thermoregulatory center in hypothalamus. We're using dopamine in hypothalamus for limbic system. We're using dopamine in hypothalamus to control pituitary gland prolactin secretion. So these are the uses there. Yeah. This dopamine now moving downside in brainstem, midbrain, in the medulla. This dopamine going down from the midbrain, and here we having amatic center and chemo trigger zone, two center. CTZ, chemo trigger zone, and hematic center. Hematic center and chemo trigger zone also using what? Also using dopamine. Now you can see how many uses in dopamine. How many uses of dopamine? In basal ganglia, in temporal lobe limbic system, hypothalamus limbic system, hypothalamus thermoregulation, hypothalamus to control prolactin. Okay, so the hypothalamic uses. Inside the brainstem for vomiting center, amatic zone, the chemo trigger zone, and amatic center to control vomiting. Clear? So now you can imagine if these antipsychotic drugs they block dopamine here, what happens? These are anti-dopamine, this you know. And typical antipsychotics are anti-dopamine, yeah? They block dopamine inside the basal ganglia. They're going to receptor, block the receptor, yeah? If they block receptor inside the basal ganglia, they're causing what? Parkinsonism. Not Parkinson disease, okay? Parkinsonism means it's just a phenomena. It's the patient condition having signs, symptoms similar to Parkinson disease. It's known as Parkinsonism. Understand? Parkinsonism. Parkinson disease is idiopathic, have no cause. Just destruction of substantia nigra, dopamine loss. Yeah? Here, dopamine is not lost. Dopamine still there. The problem, we just block dopamine receptor. We just block dopamine receptor. Clear? So here in the basal ganglia, one side effect, the patient having the issue like Parkinson disease, Parkinsonism. Clear? In hypothalamus, if you block dopamine, your thermoregulation disturbs, hyperthermia. your thermoregulation disturbs, especially for warm temperature. Okay, for heat. Hyperthermia is also side effect here. And in hypothalamus another use for prolactin inhibition, hyperlactinemia. Prolactin level also increase. Prolactin level also increase. Clear? If you block dopamine. If you block dopamine. So if you block dopamine here, if you block dopamine inside the brainstem, your vomiting stop. Oh, this is a benefit. This is not a side effect. So by blocking dopamine receptor, if the antipsychotic drug block dopamine receptor, so what are the two benefit? Two benefit of blocking dopamine receptor. Number one, psychosis. You're treating psychosis. Yeah, you're giving therapy for psychosis. One benefit. Second benefit, by blocking dopamine receptor inside the brain, inside the vomiting center. Oh, these drugs control my vomit. Antiemetic. It's a benefit. Okay. So what are the two side effects by blocking dopamine receptor? Two side effects. Parkinsonism. Parkinsonism. Second side effect, thermoregulation disturb, hyperthermia. These two. We also have third one, prolactin. So when you block dopamine receptor, you having these three side effects and two benefit. Understand? Dopamine receptor block where? In limbic system. Limbic system. So this is your principle of therapy for psychosis, for acute psychosis. You must block dopamine receptor in limbic system, in hippocampus, and also in hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is also part of limbic system. Okay, to control the sign symptom of psychosis, the limbic system. Understand? Block receptor inside the limbic system give you benefit. If you block receptor where? Blocking receptor of CTZ and blocking receptor inside the emetic center. It give you benefit if patient doing continuously vomiting, we can use. It's a very strong antiemetic. Okay, to use for to control vomiting in patient. So these drugs work like antiemetic. Now let me know, can a typical drug, listen here carefully, a typical antipsychotic can control your vomiting? Why? Because they have concern with serotonin. Atypical for serotonin, yeah, typical for dopamine. So these are anti-dopamine. Atypical, typical antipsychotics are anti-dopamine, yeah. So they also have ability to control vomiting, act like antiemetic, act like antiemetic. So what are three side effects here? Parkinsonism. Why Parkinsonism there? Because they disturb what? Basal ganglia disturb. They increase prolactin level, inhibit prolactin inhibitory hormone is the dopamine. If you block this dopamine, it lead to increased prolactin level. Disturb what? Disturb thermostat in hypothalamus. Thermostat is the center inside the hypothalamus to control body temperature. Understand? It lead to hyperthermia. Which drug? We already done the previous autonomic nervous system causing malignant hyperthermia. If you remember, cholinergic system. The drug causing malignant hyperthermia. Drug causing malignant hyperthermia. Succinylcholine. Malignant hyperthermia. Okay. Succinylcholine. Very common MCQ in exam. Okay. Now we summarize typical antipsychotic action. Typical antipsychotic Typical antipsychotics, okay? Typical antipsychotics, the blocking dopamine receptor. Yeah. So, what are the benefits? Advantage. Treat
Acute
acute.
psychotic.
They treat acute psychosis. Clear? How they treat acute psychosis?
Block the dopamine in limbic system.
Yeah, block dopamine receptor in limbic system. This is our principle of therapy, yeah? So this is our big benefit. That's why I'm using typical antipsychotic for acute disease. Okay, this another benefit, they also block CTZ and emetic center. Okay, they block CTZ and emetic center. So how they what doing here? Another benefit, control vomiting. Understand? So these two are benefit. Clear? These two are benefit. So how about the other benefit? They block histamine receptor. Yeah, we use for pruritus. They block histamine receptor used for what is pruritus? Or is itching. It can be used for itching. Okay, block histamine receptors. Understand till here clear? Now we talk about side effects. What are the side effects of these drugs? These are the advantage. The side effects, dopamine receptor block in basal ganglia causing what? Parkinsonism. Okay. Second, dopamine block inside hypothalamus, disturb temperature, hyperthermia, causing hyperthermia. Dopamine block inside hypothalamus, they increase prolactin. Prolactin, emia. Emia means inside blood. Prolactin increase inside blood, okay? Prolactin increase inside the side effect. So these side effects due to blocking of dopamine receptor. If you block dopamine receptor, lead to Parkinsonism. Where block? In basal ganglia. Dopamine receptor block in hypothalamus. Dopamine receptor block in hypothalamus. Okay. If they block histamine, they causing sedation, patient sleepy. If they block alpha 1, they causing hypotension, blood pressure decrease. If they block muscarinic receptor, if they block muscarinic receptor M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, all muscarinic receptor, I just take M3 here. So they causing what? Start from up to down, dry eye, dry mouth, dry skin, tachycardia, heart rate increase, constipation, urinary retention. These side effects you already know about the atropine, yeah? Atropine-like side effect, urinary retention. Understand? So the side effect you guys clear? Parkinsonism, hyperthermia, prolactinemia, sedation, hypotension, dry eye, dry skin, dry mouth, heart rate increase, constipation, urinary retention. So these are the side effects of typical antipsychotics. Typical antipsychotics, they're producing the side effect like this: dry eye, dry skin, the atropine-like side effect. Okay, atropine-like side effect. Atropine-like side effect. The concept till here clear? Antipsychotics antipsychotics they block muscarinic, block alpha, block dopamine receptor, they block also 5-HT receptor, they stimulate 5-HT, actually 5-HT2. Okay, they block last one, histamine receptor. Antipsychotics working on 5 receptor. Understand? Antipsychotics working on 5 receptor. If they block 5-HT2, so it's a benefit or like side effect. 5-HT2. 5-HT2 they increasing serotonin. So we use for chronic psychosis. Okay. So when they block histamine, we're having one benefit and one side effect. What benefit? We use for itching. And what side effect? Sedation. Sedation, okay. And if they block alpha 1, what side effect? Blood pressure decrease. Okay. So if they block muscarinic, so what side effect? Many side effects like atrophy, dry eye, dry skin, tachycardia, constipation, urinary retention. Okay. So if they block dopamine, here is the something different. Sometimes for also giving you benefit. Okay, you treat psychosis, acute psychosis. If they block dopamine receptor, so we're using these drugs to treat acute psychosis. Okay. We also can use to treat vomiting, to stop vomiting. Okay, to benefit. The remaining other in the hypothalamus, okay, and in basal ganglia, the side effect in basal ganglia, Parkinsonism, side effect, Parkinson-like symptom. Okay, in hypothalamus, hyperthermia, prolactin increase. Clear? Hyperthermia and prolactin increase. These are the side effects. Done? How these antipsychotics are working? These antipsychotics attach with 5 receptors. They block 5 receptors. Okay, now come back. Typical antipsychotics. The typical antipsychotics, there are 2 groups: high potency, high, very strong blocker, high potency, and a bit weaker, low potency. High potency and low potency. Okay. In high potency, we're using drug haloperidol, haloperidol, fluphenazine, haloperidol, fluphenazine, another triflu, same thing, trifluphenazine. So these are very strong, high potency, okay? These are very strong drugs, high potency. Low potency. The low potency, chlorpromazine, chlorpromazine, thioridazine, methazine, chloromethazine. See the name similar, methazine. Okay. Chlorpromazine, iridazine, promethazine, chloromethazine. Okay. So these are the low potency drugs and typical antipsychotics. Low potency, typical antipsychotic, high potency. In high potency, we're having haloperidol, fluphenazine, trifluphenazine. These are very strong drugs. Okay. So what the difference between? Now let me know which side effect is very critical for you. Which side effect is very important for you guys from all these side effects? Parkinsonism, hyperthermia, prolactin increase, sedation, hypotension. Which side effect is very important for this drug? Hyperthermia is not a much big deal. Prolactin increase also is not a much big deal. Hypotension, many drugs can cause very typical side effect